Hi, my name is Christina and this is Conscious Dish. I'm super excited that you're joining me today because this is my very first vlog, but I'm also on day 8 of my 100% raw vegan cleanse. And this cleanse is pretty much supposed to be 100% fruit. I am definitely easing my way into it. I'm 90% fruit, 10% vegetables. But yeah, I'm doing well. There was a couple days there where I wasn't feeling that great. I had the achiness and headaches, fatigue, but I woke up today and I felt like I had a lot of energy and I was feeling really refreshed. So I thought it would kind of be a good time to do a video because I didn't want to be on here talking about how terrible I felt, because I knew that typically with detoxification and cleanses, you have the initial hump, and then once you get over it, you feel a lot better. So, you know, that's something normal. So yeah, so I just am here today, you know, kind of talking to you about what I'm doing, and I'd love for you to share below of any, you know, cleanses that you felt really great on, or comments if you have done a cleanse like this. So yeah, so I, you know, being vegan for the past 2 years and vegetarian prior to that, I feel like I've eaten a pretty healthy diet. There are definitely times where I eat the amazing, yummy vegan food like Daiya cheese or Gardein, fake meat, or things that probably have soy isolates, which is not the best thing for you, but they taste really good. So I think, you know, I had overload at Christmas. I had an amazing meal with like field roast, Gardein, mashed potatoes, amazing Christmas log vegan. It was, yeah, just amazing. And I'm going into the new year and wanting just to detoxify. I feel like those things taste great, but don't always make you feel that amazing, and can leave you with some nasty side effects. Like I get really congested when I eat too much wheat. So yeah, so my body was telling me that I needed to detoxify. I had eaten some pickles a couple weeks ago and ended up getting a cold sore on my lip, which was not cute at all. So, and also it's kind of my body signaling, telling me, okay, way too much acid, you know, you need to start alkalining. So that's what I've been doing. And I found Dr. Robert Morse on YouTube, actually. He's a naturopathic doctor down in Florida who is apparently the master of detoxification. And he works with a lot of patients that have chronic disease and also things like cancers, but Lyme's disease, MS, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, all that stuff. And he definitely has, I think, like 800 or 900 videos on there that covers most health topics. So I think he has a lot of great information to talk about. Not necessarily that I am 100% in some of his beliefs, but I feel like he really gets the body and how important the lymphatic system is, and the endocrine system with the adrenal glands and parathyroid, thyroid, and pituitary glands. And also the kidneys. If your kidneys aren't functioning properly, you're not going to have proper lymphatic drainage. And the lymph system is kind of takes out all that garbage, mucus. And if you have stagnation, you can get like edemas and swellings, and painful joints, or, you know, painful muscles. There's a lot of symptoms of that. Obviously excess weight gain, things like that. So it is really important to get that lymph moving, and also make sure that your kidneys are functioning properly, and also that your adrenals are up, because without your adrenal glands, you're pretty much going to be a zombie. They help with energy. You want to make sure that you have those healthy levels so you're feeling great, and you know your whole body is working together in balance. So I don't know that mine is right now. I feel like I have like a little bit of a sluggish lymphatic system, and I kind of want to work through that. I think it's important to exercise and eat right, but there's also a place and time for everything. And I feel like with this cleanse, it's more so about maybe like a way of life, and not just 2 weeks. So I'm gonna do this as long as I feel like I need to do it, and we'll see what happens. I'm also taking some awesome herbs to help my kidneys and lymphatic system, just kind of get all that gunk out. So yeah, so there's pretty much, it's recommended that you do primarily fruits. You can juice some greens, but fruits are really the big detoxifiers, and things like cantaloupe melons or watermelons, grapefruits, lemons, grapes. Green grapes are great. There's a lot of fruits that are really gonna, the more watery fruits are really gonna get that lymph moving. You just wanna make sure that you have a proper kidney function to get that out. So I have been doing this, like I said, for 8 days, and I still do my Vitamineral Greens. These are amazing greens from Health Force. Such an awesome company, 100% vegan. Dr. Jameith Sheridan and his wife Kim Sheridan created this brand, and I think there's like 20 or 30 products in his line. This one specifically is his bestseller. I think this is version 5.2. I think that's the latest version. And it has things like nettle leaf, horseradish, ginger, barley, parsley, wheatgrass, American basil, dandelion leaf, holy basil, amla berry, shilajit, spirulina, and chlorella from the sea, from the oceans, kelp, dulse, bladderwrack. I mean, it's just awesome. And it's energetically, homeopathically packaged, and I just love his products. They're in glass bottles, which is amazing. I don't like the plastic, so this is great. I love this stuff. I've been taking it for 3 years, and definitely gives me energy. I mix it in with water. I recommend for people that are just starting out, probably just, just do like a teaspoon or 2, and then work your way up. Some people like to mix it in with fruit juice. My tongue and my palate has just gotten adjusted to the greens, and I don't really like, the sweet greens. So, but yeah, I love it. When I don't take it, I really notice it. So I have been taking this while I'm on the cleanse. It's 100% raw food. It's definitely not a supplement. But yeah, so I love this, and I always make sure to take greens with like a vitamin C source to help the absorption of the greens. So I actually take their Truly C vitamin C, and it's acerola cherry berry, and it's really great for the kidneys. It's not going to make your urine yellow, and it's 100% food, non-GMO, there's no toxicity, highly absorbable in the body. Great for also cold and flu season to take vitamin C. So I pair these up together. I tend to do like 2 or 3 tablespoons of this and like a tablespoon and a half of this together. So I've been doing that, and I have been juicing a lot. So one of my favorites is 2 apples, a pear, and ginger. Just like a nice, almost like a healing tonic. I really love that. But yeah, and I also think it's really important to do lemon water, very cleansing for the lymphatic system. I get these Meyer lemons. They are less acidic than any other lemon, and they taste amazing. I love these. And let's see what else I have. I have some cantaloupe, which is really yummy. You want to make sure that they're ripe. You can kind of, by feeling it, if it's soft, you can kind of tend to smell the sweetness, and you can tell if those are ripe. They're so good. A tip is always to eat melons alone, because they break down the body really quickly and they ferment, so you don't want to eat them with other foods. Their delivery system is very quick, and yeah, you don't want it to be slowed down by fibers of other foods, because you want to get the nutrients ASAP, and just, yeah, don't mix. You tend to not want to mix. There's 3 categories of fruits. You don't want to really mix the acid fruits with the sweet fruits. So there's acid, subacid, and sweet. And I have pomegranates here, which is one of my favorite fruits, but that tends to be more of an acid fruit. And on this detoxification diet, it says to eat more of the sweeter fruits because they're bigger detoxifiers. So I do eat that a little bit for a snack. But yeah, so there are like a lot of options. I have some berries here. I think another tip about any cleansing, regardless if it's fruit or veggies or whatnot, the importance of organic. And, you know, sometimes, especially with like papayas such as this, it's not a season for it. It doesn't even grow in our state. And it's hard to find organic during this time of year, being winter. And so when things have a thicker skin on them like this or a watermelon, I'm not as concerned about being organic. But anything that you're going to be eating the skin of, I tend to avoid completely. I will only buy organic. So it's worth spending an extra $1 or $2 to not get those nasty pesticides. And even when I'm touching the non-organic fruit, I make sure to wash my hands because it's just coated with it and it's pretty gross. So, you know, we all do the best we can to avoid that, but especially in this time of year, we don't always have the best options. Citrus is an awesome time, or this is a great time for citrus. So I've been eating a lot of that. But there's also, you know, a time and place for all of it. So I think it's great to eat with the seasons and to support your local farmers. Specifically, you know, coming up into the spring and summer, you know, it's going to be a lot easier to do. I do like to have some fun and get some more exotic fruits. Unfortunately, we don't really have too many, you know, different grocery stores that have those exotic fruits like an Indian or Asian market. But our grocery store here is pretty good about stocking some interesting things. I have a cherimoya here. Kind of looks like a hedgehog. Interesting taste. I'd never really had one before. It doesn't really smell that great. When you look inside, it's kind of like a white, creamy, fleshy. You can kind of see. Yeah, it doesn't smell that great. It kind of tastes like a pear mango. I know some people really like it. I thought I would try it. It's not my favorite, but it's always kind of fun to play with those fruits that you may not have tried before. So anyway, it's been really interesting to do 100% raw, specifically in this time of year, just because the options are limited and it's really cold here. But so far, being on day 8, I've been okay with it. I'll definitely check back with you again and see how I'm feeling. But so far, so good. I have had some headaches and joint pain and things like that. But I think like eating a better diet to start with definitely helps the outcome of the symptoms that you have while you're detoxing. So I recommend maybe easing into that, like I said, if it is adding Vitamineral Greens or some type of green drink or juicing. And fruits tend to be more detoxifying than vegetables. So, yeah, so maybe, you know, working your way up is a good idea. I also have a couple teas. I'm super into drinking tea because it is cold and there isn't really any warming food. I just picked this up. This is Gaia and it's a cleansing tea. Cleanse and detox. And this has a lot of cleansing herbs in it. Burdock, licorice, fennel, aloe, artichoke, lemon essential oil, just a lot of yummy things in there. I really like this. So I'm happy with this, doing it as like a daily just detox. There's also another brand of teas that I really love called Puka, and they're an Ayurvedic blend of teas. This one is rose and lavender, elderflower, chamomile, and marigold petals. So maybe it's nice for Valentine's Day. And all herbal. So really excited about this. And I did pick up some nice little snacks for on the go. There's a company called Bear Fruit. So that's one brand of 100% no added sugar, no nothing. All it is 100% organic Granny Smith apples. So thought that was pretty cool. And there's another company called Peeled, and they make 100% organic. It is not considered raw because I think they heat it up to 125, and to be considered raw has to be 110 or under. So they're still really good. They're lightly dried. Just like little yummy snacks for in your bag to do that with. But yeah, so you know, I've been doing well with it. I'm still going to continue. I'm taking a lot of cleansing herbs at the same time. And yeah, I'm excited. So I definitely recommend you to check out Dr. Robert Morse. If that's not something that really sounds appealing to you, there is an amazing book called Radical Healing. And it is written by Dr. Rudolph Ballantyne. And he is a psychotherapist. An MD from, let's see, Duke University of Medicine. And he actually worked at the Himalayan Institute, which is considered an ashram and also a healing center. I believe it's in Pennsylvania. But this book is just amazing. It's one of my favorite books. I really love it because it covers so many different facets of alternative healing. So the Chinese medicine perspective, Ayurvedic, homeopathic, detoxification. It's the biggest chapter in this book, and there's a lot of stuff that would be helpful if you're into cleansing or detoxification. So definitely read about that, and he's very into meditation and yoga as well. So definitely pick this up. I love it. It's definitely like my Bible of alternative healing. So I hope that you've learned a little bit, and I'll definitely check in with you and see how I'm doing, maybe in a few days. And if you have any questions, again, definitely feel free to contact me or post below. And thanks for joining, and have a great night. Thanks.